Hey, AP students, it's good to see you. I'm here with Friday's lesson plan, which I'm probably going to post on Thursday afternoon. But this is for Friday, April 24th. Let's dig in and see what we need to get done, and I'll go over a few directions as well. Number one, let me move over here. Whoa, I'm okay. All right, so here's what should be done. Unit 3, notes, should be finished. And your DBQ graphic organizers should be done. You should have written your DBQ already, and your DBQ is to be turned in on Thursday at 11:59. So let's just take a look a bit for review. How do we get that done using our website? If you go back and you look at the DBQ, your Unit 3 review is right here where you can click on. You can watch the videos here if you need any help with Unit 3, even going all the way back here to Friday the 17th. All right. There you have your Unit 3. We got the DBQ here. We have your HAP graphic organizer and your Heimler graphic organizer all there for you. And of course, this is to be turned in on turn.com, which is right here where you can turn in your graded partners DBQ and your own DBQ right here where that can be turned in, and then I will be able to grade it and send that feedback to you as soon as I get it. The first ones I get are the first ones I grade. Okay, so let's continue. So this is basically what you need to have done already. Okay? Oh, forgot one thing. Also, Unit 4 notes with your DBQ on the website. The notes are also due at Thursday at 11:59. So depending on when you're watching this, I usually put these out like the afternoon before the day. But these are due at Thursday 11:59. If they're not done, you need to get that done as soon as. Let me just show you one last thing. Here is where your Unit 4 review is that you need to take notes on, and you can watch the Heimler review video to take those notes, and you make copies of those like we normally do, and your DBQ is there as well. All right, so now let's look at today's work and what's coming up for our next week and what we need to get done, our responsibilities. Your context and map exam review sheet. That is due Friday, April 24th at 11:59 p.m. So let's just take a moment to find that real quick. And again, you go to the website, and that is located right here, your context and map sheet. We were talking about this. You can write right on here. You guys have been doing a good job. Many of you have gotten a start on this. And you can fill out here. And this is going to be basically a sheet that we can use during the actual exam. So put for the map, the civilizations, where they go and which part of the world, period 1, period 2, period 3, and context are basically our big words, civilizations. The most important things that you will need go here as well. So make sure you get that done. And if I look on here, how do you do that? If your last name, first last name, so again, if you are, let's say, a Sanchez Reyes, you would be looking under S. So last names A through H, you are period 1. Period 2, last names J through R. And period 3, last names S through Z. All right, so that is due Friday, 11:59. Now, for Monday, 11:59, you need to have finished your Heimler graphic organizer for Unit 4. We'll go over that in just a minute. And you need to finish your DBQ, writing it by Tuesday at 11:59. But you don't need to turn it in by then. You can if you want to turn it early to be corrected early, but you don't need to. And on Wednesday at 11:59, number 4 here, this is where your assignment will be to grade a partner's DBQ and to turn in your Unit 4 DBQ by Wednesday 11:59. So let's go ahead and take a look. Our DBQ and the graphic organizer. Let's start with the prompt. Develop an argument that evaluates to the extent. Let me restart that again. Develop an argument that evaluates the extent to which the arrival of maritime empires transformed life in the Americas from 1450 to 1750. All right, so I got the handy dandy graphic organizer here. I open it up. This is the Unit 4 Heimler graphic organizer, which is attached on your website. And I put it right here, the Unit 4 Heimler graphic organizer right there. All right, so I'm on there. So first what I'll do is you need to find the historical thinking skill. What is the skill that you would choose to write? Maybe there's more than one you could possibly choose. Then put down the categories. What exactly are we looking at here? What are we really supposed to be focusing on? I think I see transformed life in there. So put some things down there that you could write about. And lastly, time period. Write that down. Time period and maybe topic could go there as well. Just basically kind of dissect this prompt. Take a moment and what are you supposed to write about? And you see we have our documents right here, which we'll go over. But let's skip down past that and let's get to our contextualization down here. Maybe I should have put this second, but just go to contextualization. And here is where I'm going to show you what's invaluable. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the website and have the context and map sheet open. I would actually have this tab open on exam day. Have this tab open on exam day because you're like, oh, context. Oh, let's see. 1450, 1750, maritime empires. What are some big 3 keywords I could put? Well, put some from here. What is going on in maritime empires during this time period that transforms life? I could put down something about the Columbian Exchange, something about the type of ships, the astrolabe, the compass that was going on during this time period, and I can give some background. Now remember, it has to be connected to the topic, so connected to maritime empires and transforming life. So what I do is I take my Heimler graphic organizer and I put those 3 down right there. And you can do that for now. Maybe on 5 and 6, we might even get to the point where I have you guys just go straight to writing, which is something we're going to do at the very end. But for now, put 3 big words that go along with the connect to your prompt and give background on the era. And again, having your context sheet that you're filling out and actually fill that thing out, everybody. It will help you so much on this DBQ. It'll help you do it fast. All right. So then what you're going to need to do is we're not going to do that whole HAP graphic organizer this time. We're going to throw it out. Instead, we're going straight to this Heimler graphic organizer. So now you're going to need to look at your documents and read the documents. And here's what you're going to need to do. So let's take a look. We got our first document here. I'm not going to read through this whole thing. You can read it. So if I look at this first document that's right here, you'll read it, and then what you want to do is, just like we did last time, you're going to want to put your main idea here. What is the main idea of the document? And all 5 documents, put the main idea. Write that down. Then you're going to want to write down 3 pieces of outside evidence. So find 3 of these 5 documents and just note something that's outside evidence for these documents. And there's different things I could put down. For document 1 after reading, I could put down that maybe the Reconquista, how the Spanish were really willing to, promote Catholicism and spread it because of the Reconquista, taking Spain back from the Muslims. I could put that Catholics wanted to spread their religion because they were afraid of losing it because of the Protestant Reformation. I could put that down. All of those things could work. I could make connections to other Mayan or Aztec gods that existed. That would work as outside evidence. So for 3 of these documents, just put some kind of outside evidence that you could include. Now, you can put that in your writing for your paper. You don't have to. But remember, each piece of outside evidence is worth 1 point, like we talked about last time. Main idea, if you use 2 documents correctly, you get a point. If you're really able to explain the main idea and connect it to the topic, how maritime empires transform life, you get 2 points for that, okay? For doing it for 2 documents. You get 3 points if you're able to do that for 4 documents. So it's pretty awesome. All right. And lastly, HAP. I'm not making you HAP every single document anymore. You don't have to do that. All I want you to do, pay attention, make sure you're listening right now. For each document, do one or two of the HAP steps. So you could just do historical situation or context. You could just do audience. You could just do purpose. You could just do point of view. But do one or two of the HAP steps for each document so you have them there. When you're writing your DBQ, if you have two correct examples of HAP plus main idea, you get 1 point for doing it once, 2 points for doing it twice. That's what you get. All right. And you should know this. You've graded other people's DBQs at this time. You've written them. We'll also have a Zoom conference in this as well, and I'll announce that date in a little bit. So make sure that's done. Then make sure after you have your documents, you group them like we've done before and create a topic sentence for each one. And then you can write your thesis. Now, some of you have been doing it the more easy way, which is fine. I would challenge you to try to do it the hard way. Now, these are from our Unit 3 ones, which I gave you. I'm not giving Unit 4 ones right now. These are just examples of what they can look like. And then let's see here. That is all. So make sure you get this Heimler graphic organizer finished. And that is due by Monday at 11:59. They'll work on the next step of writing our DBQ. So looking at a date for the Zoom, we're probably looking at most likely Tuesday at 2 o'clock for the Zoom. Tuesday at 2 o'clock. I'll send an email on Monday about the exact time, but most likely be ready for a Tuesday 2 o'clock DBQ review. Okay? All right. And these things need to be turned in by Wednesday at 11:59. So go ahead, get started on, get your Unit 3 DBQs turned in if you haven't done so already, and get Unit 4 notes done and start working on your Heimler graphic organizer. I will see you guys all later and have a great day and hope you're doing well with your families and give all your families my best. And if there's someone in your house who's just been, rocking it really close to, give them a hug or something. Give them a hug, do that. Someone you've been living with and has just been there for you in this time. Maybe someone you've been fighting with too because you're so close to each other all the time. All right, I should shut up. You guys have a good rest of the day.